Hi there, this is David and welcome back to Let's Play I Am Setsuna. Since last time, I've purchased a couple more Sprite Knights that were available in the store, and I went through and I equipped them on the appropriate people. So that's what my setup looks like. Also, I purchased some more Crescent Grass that removes paralysis, which will come pretty handy, and I made sure I had about 5 tents. So you're going to want at least 10 Crescent Grasses, about at least 5 tents, because we're going to have to go through quite a few dungeons before we make it to the next town. So make sure you're quite prepared, and let's head inside the Flowbrook Waters. So I just cut to the appropriate spot right over here. So can you lead us across? Luck? What luck did we have saving your possessed bitch ass, as well as that kid whose mother was killed, and, this isn't lucky. I wouldn't think that the whole theme of the game is sorrow and sadness, you know, it's Setsuna and snow and all this, and now you're saying that we're lucky? I don't think so, and I didn't think that was funny at all. Especially because, you know, what luck do we have? This place is exactly the same as it was the first time around. So, Julianne has the jump ability, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but I do want to talk about these guys right here. They are immune to lightning, and they have high magical resistance, so jump is a pretty good thing that you're going to want to use against them. However, jump in and of itself isn't all that great of an ability. First things first, Julianne is pretty much like a warrior-type character, or a tank-type character, so whenever she jumps, she leaves the battlefield. And yeah, it does deal about 2 times as much damage as a regular attack, but it also costs 20 MP, which is quite a chunk of change for her. And in addition, let's say that you were doing a party buff, or healing the entire party, or something along that line, and Julianne jumped, she wouldn't receive that buff or that heal, so that's pretty crappy. Also, there's a targeting issue. If you jump and you target a particular monster, and then in the meantime, you kill that monster before she's able to land that jump, she doesn't automatically retarget something else like they did even in Final Fantasy II. I mean, if they figured that out for Kain way back when, in like 1991, why couldn't they figure that out here? So, yeah, that kinda sucks. Also, I wanted to show this battle, too, because I wanted to show off the Bushy Bond ability that these guys have. If there's 2 of them in battle, or well, really, if there's 2 or more, they can kind of bond together and then do all stats up on themselves, which makes them really difficult and increases their evasion, increases their magic defense even more than it already is. So, that's kind of a pain, but it's still nothing that you can't handle, and I wouldn't worry too much about it. I'm still using this party because they are the most underleveled, so, yeah. And I'm going to be using them for quite some time until they catch up with the rest of the guys. Over here we have our obligatory locked chest, and we're actually almost through with this area. And if you forgot, last time we saved Julianne's ass, and she decided to join us and guide us over the Flowbrook Waters, as well as leading us on our way towards the Last Lands. So over here we got a staff for Kier. It's pretty nice. It raises his maximum HP, which comes in handy because his HP total sucks. But he also got a new spell, Drain, which will help him out with that. Because unlike most drain spells, like say that in most JRPGs, if you drained and it dealt like 200 damage, you would only gain like, 20 HP. But it's different in this game. It's quite nice, actually. If you drain, if it hits for 200 damage, you get 200 HP back. Same thing with Osmos. So that actually makes those spells in this game really, really good. And if you hit it with a momentum boost, it would drain that much HP for the entire party. So that can come in pretty handy. Go over here, and it's boss time against these guys here. So let's go ahead and use Frost on Julianne and get her buffed up so she added some additional water damage to each attack. That'll come in handy. And then I want to inspire my guys. That'll raise all of their attack power. That's pretty nice. And then these guys can also raise their own attack power. Right there, as you saw, whenever Setsuna gets damaged, she's gaining some MP back. That's one of her support abilities, so that can come in handy. Anyway, to get rid of all these penguin guys, just use a Fire 2. Easiest way to deal with them, and it's not like he's going to summon any more penguins. Once the penguins are gone, they're gone for good. I don't think I'm going to need to heal, so I'll go ahead and use lightning on this guy. He has about 4,000 HP, so it's going to take quite some time to get this guy down. You know, I probably should have drained, because his HP is really low. Yeah, I really should have drained. Oh, hell. I'm going to have to revive him. There we go. Yeah, so basically just use the most powerful attacks against this guy. Use fire with Kier, use jump with Julianne, and use lightning and healing with Setsuna, and you should be fine. If Kier himself just needs to be healed, then I would totally recommend using Drain. If the entire party needs to be healed, then use a Cure too. And you may want to put a Regain on Julianne, because she's going to be in the air for the most part, just in case, you know, she needs the HP. Anyway, gonna meet you when this guy's dead. Well, he wasn't all that hard. So before you leave this area, make sure you head on down here and get this cleverly hidden ingredient, and then we'll move on our way. And there's 2 more ingredients out here. However, there aren't any kind of rest stops on the way. It's just we have this. We have the ice flow dungeon and then another dungeon. There isn't a town in between. It would have been nice if the designers did something like they do in Dragon Quest, where if you have, like, you know, dungeon, and you don't have a town in between, then at least they would, you know, give you, like, a church or an inn or something like that in order to, you know, rest up, maybe have, like, traveling merchant or something along those lines to buy some more items, but nothing like that here. What's going on? Where are we? Hey, listen! I'm getting horrible flashbacks. Yeah, it's not that game. We're not playing that game. Can't possibly be. Because I'll never play that god-awful piece of shit game again. But, I was actually reading an interview with the creators of, the game on Silicon Era. But I'll talk about that in just a minute. I want to talk about these guys. It is the only enemy in this place. I don't know why this game does it, where it's like, you know, there's like one enemy that you have to deal with. Anyway, the guy has a lot of defense power, so he takes quite some time to defeat, and he can paralyze you. He can also momentum stop you, and paralysis works a little bit differently in this game than it does in, you know, most other games. Like, normally you would think that if you were paralyzed, you wouldn't be able to attack, but you'd still be able to use techs, but it's opposite in this game. You cannot use any techs, but you can still attack. So that's why I told you to hold on to that crescent grass, because it doesn't go away at the end of the battle. So make sure that you use that crescent grass, and then you should be fine, because they're going to be paralyzing you a lot. In order to get through this area, you're going to be hitting switches and going over bridges. That's essentially how you traverse this area. If you have any problems traversing, just watch the video. I don't really know what else to say. But getting back to that interview that I read on Silicon Era, essentially the people asked, you know, hey, why aren't you putting any ins in this game? Let's check out this weapon. Ooh! Adds water elemental resistance and water elementals to his attacks. That's pretty nice. And the creator said the reason why he didn't put any ins in the game was because he felt that in the world of I Am Setsuna, people would not be traveling as much. Because, you know, there's monsters all over the place, and it's fairly snowy, and it's just, you know, a lot of impediments to travel. So he thought that innkeepers, you know, wouldn't be able to eke out a living. So he just didn't put any ins in the game. Oh, hell. I have to go back and hit that frickin' switch. It doesn't really matter all that much. I've also got to say this. This ruin here, it doesn't make a lot of sense in regards to the game. I know that, you know, ancient technology is much more powerful than modern-day technology. I mean, that's just a given. It is a JRPG, after all. But, I mean, looking at this place, there was no indication anywhere else or any place else that we've been to that that there even was an ancient civilization that could create technology like this, let alone have it still work. I mean, in Chrono Trigger, whenever you had ancient technology, you got the explanation of the Zeal Kingdom, and that's why it was, so much better. So why, if there's been no indication of ancient technology ever since, is there now all of a sudden inside this one random cave in the middle of nowhere, this fully working, fully functioning ruin? I mean, the rest of the technology in the world is essentially, medieval technology. So, I don't know where this all comes from or anything like that. They didn't really do a good job of explaining it. Huh, what's going on here? Why are we stopping? Hey, listen! Yeah, that was like the one game I have ever played where I literally rage quit and threw my controller across the room. Like, I have been able to control myself very much whenever I play games, but that game, that piece of fucking garbage that they call Ocarina of Time, I wanted to smash into smithereens, into a billion pieces. I hated it so much. Like, I really wanted to break my controller. It really just pissed me off to no end. I fucking can't stand that frickin' game. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to a much better game. This game. Huh. Who was that guy? Yeah, was it a monster? Was it Dark Cecil? Do you have to, fight your past or something? What's going on here? Anyway, we have to keep on going forward in order to advance this little, plot here of random girls that look much like Setsuna. Oh, okay, so these are the, pilgrimage people. Okay, so we have Nanas, who is the sacrifice, and Mana, who's in love with him and has something important to talk to him about, and they're not married. Well, then she can't possibly be pregnant because no one in a JRPG has sex before marriage. They're all so pure. They can't even, talk about love. They can't even admit that they're in love in a JRPG, let alone have sex, especially before marriage. That would just never happen. Yeah. This game breaks all the rules. Oh, so you have a fever, or you have the flu, or something? Oh, great. Okay, so Nanas didn't actually die because he was a bad guard, or he, didn't do his job properly. She died because of a disease, so it's not your fault. I mean, you're not a doctor. How are you going to hold this against yourself? Are you insane? You're going to hold it against yourself that she died of a disease? Take her to one of the non-existent inns. Maybe she'll be able to recover. Yeah, just, she's sick. Just lay her in the snow in the middle of nowhere. Too bad there really aren't any inns in this place. So what, are you going to just drag her corpse there? Just throw it on the altar? Oh, it's... Well then, what the hell are you doing, you drama queen? Seriously? Seriously? You're lovesick? This is why you're dying? You're dying of a broken... You're a bitch! Fuck you! No, screw you! This is ridiculous. So, you know that your sister is pregnant with his child, and they're engaged, and they're trying to... Oh my god! What a horrible sister! What a home-wrecking hoe! What is your problem? He's engaged to your sister, and she's pregnant with this child, you bitch! Fuck you! And then you're gonna sit here and you're gonna have all these dark thoughts and feel so bad that you couldn't protect her? Are you kidding me? And she died of a disease of all things? Oh, no. She didn't even die of a disease. She died of some self-inflicted, unrequited love bullshit. Are you kidding me? Oh, give me a fucking break. Ugh. Yeah, I don't feel bad for her at all. Yet, I mean, Nadir over here... Oh my god, give me a break. I can't even really express in words how stupid this is. So, okay. So she dies of a broken heart. She wants to break up your marriage with her sister and then have the child grow up without a father. So because she dies of this broken heart, you go and you isolate yourself in a village for 20-something years so that you can die to some penguins somewhere. And now you're still broken up about this? Are you kidding me? You don't deserve to live and your life is worthless because she died of some... Give me a fucking break! Ugh. Forgive yourself for what? You didn't do anything wrong! Oh my god! Ugh. You need to put those two on the Jerry Springer show and they could just go at it. That would be hysterical, actually, I've got to say. JRPG's gone wild! Yeah. Let it go, let it go. He is one with the wind and sky. See ya! Well, that was easy. Oh. Hey, listen! Yeah. So, what's going on here? Oh, hey! So did Mana die too? Or just Nanast? Oh, your daughter? Really? Huh. So Nadir is actually Setsuna's father. Hey. But now, okay, so here, this really begs the question. We all know that Nanast died of her broken heart bullcrap, who really cares? But now, Mana died too? How did Mana die? Oh, she's the world's last hope? Huh. Star Ocean Last Hope? As much as people bitch about Star Ocean Last Hope, it was a hell of a lot better than Star Ocean 5, that fucking piece of garbage-ass shit. Oh my god. I really should have paid attention to the reviews for Star Ocean 5, because that thing was terrible! And here I was almost not going to buy this game, because I read like 1 or 2 bad reviews about it. This game is exponentially better than that flaming ball of crap, Star Ocean 5. That shit was horrid. So, are you going to tell Setsuna that you're her father, or her father? Wait! I thought that Raisin was her father! Isn't Raisin her father? Or was Raisin her uncle? Who the hell was Raisin? Do I have to, like, go back and watch the very first video? I really don't want to, but if somebody could tell me, and I have a feeling that I know exactly who is going to tell me who exactly Raisin was, but I could have swore it was her father. Maybe it was her uncle. But if it was her uncle, then he would have been Nanast's husband. But Nanast wasn't married because Nanast wanted to be with Nadir. This whole thing makes no sense, unless Raisin was just some random villager, like he was the elder or something raising Setsuna or something. But I could have swore up, down, and around that that they were father and daughter. Maybe it's just like a father figure. Who knows? Anyway, here we have yet another new monster. But I don't really know what it can do because I just kill it really fast with a fire too anyway, so yeah. I do know that it can do like a whirlwind attack. It deals roughly 40 to 50 damage to your party members, but it's nothing that you have to worry about. Just blast them with a fire too, because you want to get rid of those guys anyway. Hey, we got an extra flux. Nice! Randomly after battle, you can add fluxes to your techs, and they can do various things like adding special damage, lowering the MP cost, making it faster, like, you know, the active time gauge, go up faster, things like that. So every single time that you can add a flux, do so. I actually got some extra fluxes for prayer, 2 of them that lowered the MP cost, so that's pretty nice. Huh, there's a red teleporter there. We can't use that quite yet, but I'm sure we'll never have to use that again. Kill those guys. Ooh, get a magic shell. and continue on our way. Let's see. Yeah, but that's really good for prayer because, prayer restores MP, and now that we've lowered the MP cost of it, that just makes it so much nicer. So head on down here. We have a good place to stop with the save point, and next time on Let's Play I Am Setsuna, we'll continue on and get on through here. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.